Hey, what's up, guys? Jordan Anderson, Tre Butler. We're here for the first time with AWA. Stands for Art with Ambition, and I'll turn it to Tre to introduce himself briefly and why we're here.
Yeah, so I'm Tre Butler from St. Petersburg, Florida. 22-year-old hip-hop artist.
The principle still ain't changed. If it did, then it could lead to a coffin. It was more than often that I felt boxed in both ways of the street.
When Jordan introduced the AWA project to me, it immediately grabbed my attention because of the way that I approach my music and my creativity. So, a lot of times nothing really feels authentic. And when he broke down the idea and wanted to showcase artists that he connects with on a personal level, that was intriguing to me. So, from there, we've been creating content, working on playing some videos, getting some photos done, and here we are now. I'm honored to be the first artist that he chose to do it. So,
you want to tell us a little bit about your story? I found Tre through a guy named Parsons' Instagram.
Parsons fire.
Yeah, I mean, check him out at Parsons, I believe is what it is. Crazy creative guy, but it just shows, with the power of technology and social media, how you can connect, and that's what AWA is about. Just about connecting up and coming artists, and opening the doors and enabling these creative minds.
Yeah, man, I was spamming people. So my album had just dropped. I'm an artist, trying to build up a following, and I was just spamming people comments.
Well, that's how I found you, man. I spammed you in the DMs. I was like, yo, we need to get started on some work.
Right, man, and he hit me up. I was like, shit, it's perfect.
Based off that album too, man. You gotta tell them about that.
So it's titled What About Before, and it's my debut album. I've been doing music since I was 15, but I never felt like I was actually at the point where I can put out an album and it's ready to compete, with the best of them. So last year in April, my dad passed away from alcohol abuse, and I took his story and created a concept album and told his life story from start to finish, and then passing away, and then coming over to passing the torch basically to me. So when I thought of the What About Before concept, when I was going through my situation, I just embraced all the pain. And right now, there's not a lot of people who know how to channel that and turn it into something greater. So I want to be able to give a platform to people who have gone through things, in life, and then they want to express themselves, because where I come from, we're not allowed to do that.
Yeah. So,
that's what I was able to do, and that's what About Before is. So it's a real powerful thing that I'm trying to convey. But it all starts with the music, things like this to be able to give me the platform to be able to express myself and tell my story.
For sure. I mean, so what's your next goal? But you got to have something you're working on.
I'm trying to create some classics, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to create the classics, bro. So, from the time the album dropped last month, I got hit up by a few major producers and got some moves, got some stuff in the work, man. So,
Well, you already got some classics out there too with your album. You know what I'm saying? So you're there already. But
we're about to shoot some videos. I got some crazy concepts I'm trying to shoot. Execute, and just try to push the album. And get it to more people, as many people as I can for now, because I feel like it is a body of work that lasts. It's not when I go into creating, I don't want to create something that's here now, gone tomorrow. So I took that approach with creating the album, hoping that it can carry me for years. And that's what I plan on doing for this next project too.
You're telling a story and it's coming from real experiences and emotion, and I think that connects to people on a deeper level. And I think it was an outlet for you to kind of channel that negativity and do something positive with it. And I think just from a viewer's perspective, it allows listeners to do the same thing. So I think you're really giving back to the community just in that artistic format.
Right, bro. And like the album, it's just raw emotion, bro. Like, my pops, he put me on the music, so I grew up listening to Jay-Z, Nas. Yeah. I grew up listening to who people call the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? So, I grew up on that. So when I approach an album, I try to create it the same way. Like, my favorite artists now are J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. Like, I approach the music the same way.
You can see some inspiration, man.
Definitely.
You got the talent, man.
Yeah, they raised me. But when I create, bro, like, I wanted to go in with the raw emotion and have all the production meeting the time with my pops. So the songs, they'll sound like early 90s, if you listen to the first song, because that's me telling his story in his adolescent phase. Yeah. So I had to make it sound like the 90s. So then the sound just progresses throughout the concept as the time goes and the years pass. And then it gets to me where I'm kind of on a more new wave, I guess, if you want to call it that, rapping for my generation, rapping from my standpoint, but I want people to know, I'm here, I'm coming.
Well, they know it, man. They hear it.
Yeah, definitely.
Go listen to the album.
I embrace the adversity, thriving when facing uncertainty, rising with spirits of getting low. Timing was more than my luxury. When it was back up against the wall, that's when I found what the purpose be. Tell him I'm one of the one he chose. I make it the way you the first to see.
Like I said, this is really like a masterpiece in my mind, and I think other people's. What would be some recommendations you give to up and coming artists, you know, who are looking to get some music out or content out, make them the next move, man?
I say stay true, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like in this time, in this day and age, like we're lacking balance. You know, everything is fast. Social media makes us put everything out fast. Like we have to meet that standard, and I feel like there's no balance of people trying to create greatness while being steady.
Shit
It's
to
like
last.
shit comes out here and then it's gone in a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the greats, that shit lasts, bro. So like I tell every artist like stay true. Like even if you may not want to, cause shit ain't happening as fast as you want it to, but like somebody who done did it, like my life can change next month, and it's already changing a month after the project.
It may not even be that they didn't want to. It's just that influence of social media and itself. When you sit back and think, you start seeing what other people are doing, and you're comparing yourself, you know. But it took them 60 miles to get there, right? You're on mile 10.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't see that, but you compare yourself to that, and I think it does a lot of stuff mentally and to the art and the process. But that's all about growth, right?
Especially being an artist, it's like the fans control the climate. Like
they do.
If you don't have listeners, if you don't got people listen to you, your art will only be for you.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, it's balance of creating shit that is for you, but also for the listener. Like you got to be able to give it to the people, and they connect with it, and they actually want to listen to you. Because my whole time coming up, like people are like, oh, you dope, you dope, but they not listening to my shit. So you know, it's finding a balance, bro. And it's the hardest thing because you wanna be like your idols. You wanna get to that point of success where you feel like, you know, you finally made it. But what does it cost you?
Yeah.
Like, what does it cost?
Yeah.
So
well, it costs you your life. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're dedicated to it. But that's what's dope, you know, because like you're staying true to yourself, and you have that theme, right? So if you do pop off, which you will, like it's hopefully much better. It's more authentic. You know what I'm saying? The people around you, you know, truly support your vision. And the thing is, it's like that's long-term happiness, man. You start making some money, but you're not compromised. You're doing what you want. You're saying what you want, and I think long-term that's the way to do it.
I'll settle for a little bit less to be able to create the way I want.
Man, I'm telling you right now, AWA is not settling for less.
Yeah, man. I see it being a dope ass platform, bro. Like just you reaching out to me, you know, and listening the way you do, like that shows me a lot in its own. Like in a time where people who are on the come up, they don't really get the recognition.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You can't beat the algorithm, man.
So it's opportunity, and you just got to be prepared for it. You know what I mean? Like, and I just said, like, I set myself to a personal high standard.
I got you.
Like my whole team, everybody around me, they know, like, bro, I second guess shit. I go through the same things as an artist that every artist probably goes through.
It's that artistic battle, man.
Yeah, but that's what creates greatness.
Yeah.
It creates greatness, bro, and like. A lot of people, you know, just take a different route. You know what I mean? So I just decided to follow the greats.
Yeah.
Wherever it takes me, that's where I end up at.
Yeah.
You know?
And off your album specifically, what's your favorite song? I mean, they're all great.
I ain't trying to get too deep, man, but Empty Bottles. Empty Bottles is my favorite song. To me personally, that's the best song I've ever written.
All right, man.
I remember, bro. Like,
what was the creation process? How did this start,
shit,
man?
Like, I had everything else around the album, and I had the turn up song, I had the storytelling songs, but like I was trying to avoid getting to the body of the project. Yeah. So like Empty Bottles is the glue for it all. You know what I mean? Like it's the downfalls of like my pops, him passing away, you know, from his alcohol abuse, and like when I wrote Empty Bottles, I felt like I didn't write it. It felt like I truly channeled him, and he just controlled my pen the whole time.
That's
like
powerful.
I felt like I didn't write it at all. And so when I completed it, like that's how I knew my album was done, because I had everything else, and I always felt like there was one piece missing. Yeah. And Empty Bottles came, bro, and that was it.
Best for last, man.
Yeah. And that's what a lot of people, they say like their favorite track from the album is Empty Bottles, because the realness behind it, like it's all authentic. Like every single line is something that my dad went through, you know what I mean? And I had to like watch it coming up, and it's important to me because he inspired all of my music. Like I made music because of my dad. So like the album and that song in general is just like, that's the one.
What's your inspiration for your next project? You got that figured out yet?
Yeah.
You want to keep it a secret?
Yeah.
That's that.
It's gonna be a classic.
That's that classified stuff right now.
Just know, like, my lyricism, I want to make it even better, and I want to be as versatile as possible while creating my own sound and being true to myself. You know what I mean? So people who follow me, you know, like, it ain't gonna be no compromising.
Yeah.
Like, you gonna get me, but just in a higher level. So that's how I want to approach the next project.
Dope, man. I mean, that's a lot of powerful stuff right there, just going on in between the album, between your life experiences, you know.
Yeah.
We got things to look forward to. We're obviously going to be back here. He's got a lot going on, AWAs, you know, and it's freshest state.
And I'm parched right now.
Yeah, man, I am too. It doesn't look like it, but it's a little hot. But I mean, is there anything you want to highlight? I guess in terms of just like the grand scheme of things, you know, like.
Yeah, I got a lot of collaborations coming up.
Dope.
A lot of collabs coming from local artists, you know, in my city. So, you know, there's a lot of dope people coming from, you know,
You're looking at maybe putting together an event with some. I mean, who are you thinking about?
I definitely want to work with my homie Ko.
Okay.
Got a song and video dropping with him soon. Another artist named Josiah Oden. He's fire. Few local singers.
Yeah.
One of them on my album, her name's Taylor Jones, bro. She's fucking crazy.
We're saying all these names because that means you're supposed to go check them out right now.
Yeah, they fire. Like, I don't work with a lot of people, but the people I do work with, like, they definitely dope. So I definitely want everybody to check them out. There's a lot of talented individuals though, bro. And like St. Pete, we haven't really had a person become a legend out of there.
Yeah.
So, you know, as an artist, so, you know, I feel like if I can represent my city the way that I feel like it should be represented, because there's two sides to where we from. You know, there's beauty and the beaches and you know, downtown life.
That's only half of it.
And then it's a struggle 10 miles away. So if I can execute that and show the pain and joy in my music of where we come from, bro, and give other artists a platform, like, that's the end goal, bro. Like, and we want family success. We want our kids to come up and they don't got to worry about nothing.
Yeah, you want them to have a better life.
They can do whatever they want.
But do you think there's a piece for everybody in it? Like, with all these different artists, there's tons of talent. You know,
I feel like there's room for it all, bro. I feel like
if we work together,
we can coexist.
Yeah,
like,
or collaborate,
right?
And all of us take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Teach each other things. I mean, you think that's true even within the music industry?
I think it is. I feel like a lot of people don't have that approach because it feels like if you miss your shot, you done. Or if somebody else gets on, you done. I don't feel that way though. I don't feel that way. I feel like if we all doing our own thing, we can all coexist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, well, I'm not trying to take away from him because I'm doing my type of music. You know what I mean? I feel like we can all legends.
Your type, I mean, I like that segment, the transition. I mean, how would you define you? Who is Tre Butler? In the simplest sense, you know?
In the simplest sense.
And it may not be simple, you know?
It changed, bro. Like, I grew up just a sports player, bro. Hooper, playing high school basketball.
Where'd you go to school at?
St. Pete High. St. Pete
High. I mean, truly local, man.
We went to the state finals my 10th grade year. And, like, everybody thought, like, my coach handed me the team, basically. And then my 11th grade year, I quit and was like, I'm doing music. And the whole city, like, my family, like, people just shit on me because I said I was quitting, I was going to rap. Because at that time, I was damn near trash. But
that's how it starts. It's a process, man.
Yeah, it's a process. And I don't know, bro. Like, I don't want to say, like, I'm a real humble guy, but, like, I feel like I'm a very humble, like, down-to-earth guy. So, like, the same person people get on the track is the same person that you get in person. I don't know if you can vouch for that, but...
It's not gonna... No, I definitely can, man.
My team, bro, like, I stayed down for my team. Yeah. And we've done a lot of great things already with no majors behind us, and it was all just hard work, bro, and persistence.
It's gonna happen regardless. It takes hard work, bro. Dedication, and vision, man.
Yeah, man. The future, bro. I can't wait for it, man. Like, it's a dream come true. I can't say too much, but a lot of dreams are coming true, and it just comes down to the work. I gotta put the work in, man.
He can't say too much, but I'm gonna go ahead and say we're putting out a music video. I don't know which one yet. We're doing something soon. It's gonna be dope. So you guys can expect that next. But a lot of big things coming, and you're definitely gonna see Tre back on here along with, you know, a lot of other artists. But we're gonna have plenty of updates, man.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
The comparison video, we're gonna pull that up sometime, so future reference.
Yeah, I see where we were at now.
Yeah.
Let's see how far we came. But I mean, what do you see for your future? Everything on me. Like, I want to know. What you got planned. And what you see, like, you know, just down the line, business-wise, opportunity-wise.
Yeah. My vision, getting AWA up.
What is AWA?
It's this collective network, you know, platform, whatever you want to call it, of artists from all types of backgrounds.
Yeah, so what kind of artists?
We got recording artists, we got performance artists, you know, so I mean, whether that be a rapper or a singer or a dancer or a photographer or a model, like literally whatever, a chef, an entrepreneur, like all of that to me is still art, you know, the creative side and the business side is art. You know, if I get a residency in May, that's going to be dope. If not, AWA is still going. You know, growing my own business, be my own boss. You know, you can't beat that flexibility, that freedom, right? Like everybody gets too obsessed about the money, but the time is the valuable thing.
And you mentioned passion. Like, I feel like that's a big part. Like a lot of people get into these businesses and they take different avenues without having a passion for it. So at first, like, it may feel hot. Like, you may feel like this is what I want to do, and then a year down the line, you're like, I want to be out of this business.
But if you don't have passion, you're going to hit lows. Everybody's going to hit lows, no matter what you're doing. Stocks crash, you're going to get fired.
But the passion gets you out of the lows.
If you don't have the passion, you're done right there.
Right.
If you come back, you know you're about it, you know, and that's long term, that's a sustainable thing.
Like, what do you envision for AWA coming in the future?
This creative platform is going to be, you know, an influential resource to kind of help expose and support artists. Create, you know, creative content to help them get their awareness and engagement up. And then really, you know, give back to the community. You know, I see like a lot of YouTube videos out there and they waste your time, man. People are saying one thing to benefit them. You know, I want some relevant stuff, like not back from 2007, because the music industry is different today.
Right.
You know, and that's just one industry. Everything has changed. Everything's changing so fast. I want relevant information that's going to help people out there today. Artists, you know, viewers, give them tips, strategies, something to help really open those doors, because not many people are opening those doors for people.
And that's what we need, bro. Like, there's such limited platforms for artists like us that are authentic.
Yeah.
So there's a ton of places where you can pay and get on a platform. You know
but
what I mean?
even then,
they probably haven't even listened to what you're doing or like understand your story or care about your story.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, you reaching out to me and you already know the concept of the album. You've already dove into it and you understand my vision. That's what was important. I feel like that's what will end up setting this apart from a lot of different platforms, because you actually care about what the artist is doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and as an artist, like, we see it and we respect it. You know, even if it doesn't feel like we do, we definitely see it, bro. And like, I feel like people need to be acknowledged in that light. So,
well, I mean, that's the plan going forward, man. Right. I want to keep this authentic. I want to keep it, you know, just honest, you know what I'm saying? Communication, like, and just truly bringing value to whoever we bring on board.
And that's just the approach that a lot of us gotta have, man. And like, I'm glad to have you a part of my team. You know what I mean? Like, to be able to go on this journey, you know, that where we're about to go.
Yeah.
And like, I'm just glad to be able to do that. You know what I mean?
Well, I appreciate you being here, man. AWA appreciates it. And like I said, I think everybody sees the big things coming, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man.
He was making sure I knew what it's like to know the grace. Till I'm known as one myself, I know I don't follow ways. That's a quicker road to fail. I know that's a mode to sell. Tell him this forever though. Kenny's still up in the cell. Wonder if he running low. Cause the mail that used to send ain't coming in no more. I know one condition, no, depends on what it's for.